Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025. Happy Festivus to all that celebrate. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, Tass Mellis.
Podcast listeners, this is absolutely for you.
And over yonder, making the magic happen for the second day in a row, it's Eshua Kid. What's up, Ash?
How y'all doing?
Oh, Ash, we're so good because we have not one, but two monitors working today. You figured it out, my guy.
Oh, yeah, we're cooking today, man.
Yeah.
We are cooking.
Hello to everybody on YouTube. Hit the like button for Ash. Subscribe for Ash. Podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews for Ash. For the holidays. Why not? Everybody's in a great mood. This is our final live show from the Classic Factory this week. We are going to have a fun one on December 26th, the day after Christmas, but we'll be in the yard for that. Last one in the factory. Let's make it a good one, Mellis. We're going to do it with the Up-Down Report. Hit it, Ash.
Prepare your tubes. It's the Up-Down Report.
The Up-Down Report. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Ash, feel free to jump in with any of your answers as well. Now, we're going to start with a funny one here, and I know we have the clip. Cavaliers big man Thomas Bryant had Hornets rookie Con Knippel on the block. So the big man went to work and he scored over Knippel. You just missed it there. That's okay. We'll show you again. And as he's going back down the floor, he hit the too small celebration, but tripped and fell. And Twitter went nuts. And Worldwide Wob suggested we might have to retire the too small celebration. So that's the question in the Up-Down Report. Up or down, Tass, on retiring the too small celebration now that Thomas Bryant made a fool of himself.
He did fall down, but I am totally down on retiring the celebration.
Okay.
Take a small guy into the post and give it to him. Give it to him with a hook. Give it to him with a lefty hook. Thomas Bryant pulled out the lefty hook. The guy's right-handed. He's not known for his post-game play, and he pulled it out. Yeah, I want to see more of it. And the fact that he fell actually adds to the moment. Yeah, everybody enjoying it on Twitter. I got no problem with somebody falling over.
Oh,
it's hilarious.
It literally looks like he trips on the half-court line.
Yeah,
like there was an imaginary rope there.
It is strange the way he just falls down. He doesn't slip on the floor. He's wearing those beautiful jerseys. I love the City Edition #1 jersey, #2 court. I love the whole thing. I think it was great. And I like seeing big men pull out their hook shots. Again, that ain't even #1 his game. That even isn't his strong hand. I love the whole thing.
I did see a response to Worldwide Wob, again, who suggested we retire this celly after that mishap. But this reply from Weeball Murray responded again to Wob. You don't understand. Bryant took it to the next level. He was demonstrating that Con Knippel is so small that you could accidentally trip over him. That's an NBA champion level taunt. Respect to the Nuggets legend. Wow, that is a hell of a take there from Weeball Murray. That he's actually did it on purpose is what he's saying. It's one thing to do the too small, but he's so small that you could accidentally trip over him, which he did.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you could actually score on him like on your ass, I
guess
guess
so. He's that small.
I mean, if you're going for it, take it to the next level, which is a lower level, I guess. I'm good with it. Aren't you good with it?
No, I'm thumbs up on retiring this, and here's why. It has nothing to do with Thomas Bryant falling, because that was hilarious, and would be maybe in the running for worst of the week if we were doing that this week. Too many kids do the too small celebration. You know, I watch a lot of, sounds weird, but I have to watch a lot of 10-year-olds play basketball, and they are pulling out the too small celebration all the time on things that don't warrant saying too small.
Right.
First off, you're all small. So stop doing it to each other, but they'll like hit a 3 and they'll be like, "Oh, too small." It's like, oh,
I've never seen a
oh
kid
my
do it too
God.
small.
All the time in the YMCA leagues that I'm coached or go and watch my godson play it. Oh yeah. There's a lot of too smalls. And you're like, "Nope, that doesn't make sense." When you hit a 3-pointer like Steph Curry, you don't get to drop a too small on someone else. So that's the only reason I want to get rid of it. What about you, Ash, though?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I like a good too small. I'm famous for being in a pickup a game and hitting a Tom and Jerry, or I go into the post and I'm like, Tom and Jerry. That's what I'd like to do. I think that's a little bit better than a too small, but I like too small. Why not?
Wait.
What's the Tom and Jerry?
Tom
Tom
and
and
Jerry
Jerry?
celebration, though?
No, it's not a celebration. It's kind of like
well, mouse in the house.
Well, see, it's a good thing about Tom and Jerry, right? Because they both get on each other, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm posting up a smaller guy, I'm like, oh, Tom and Jerry. I'm telling him mouse in the house. It's too small.
Okay.
But if I got somebody that I'm cooking, he's 6'7".
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
Right?
Okay.
Then I'm like, oh, now I'm Jerry. I'm cooking him. They never know what I'm talking about, but the guys, they know. Like my teammates, they know.
I like it.
Yeah.
So you'll literally audibly say Tom and Jerry?
Oh yeah, right when we're checking up, I'll turn around, I hit him with one of these. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry.
Okay, I like that.
That's very good.
Oh, I might have to add that. So you're like if you cook a big tall guy on the outside or blow by him or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Little Jerry Mouse getting on Tom. I got you.
And you mentioned 6'7" there on purpose because you like pulling out the 6'7".
You
right?
like the Easter egg, huh? 6'7" is taking over
Oh, yeah.
the whole entire
6'7",
house.
way more than too small
Yes.
for
Yeah,
kids.
yes. Even I'll admit that.
Look, the 6'7" is in 2K now. You hit a 3 and they'll hit the.
No way.
It's in 2K now. It's in
It is
Fortnite. It's
hilarious.
everywhere.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, let's hear from everybody on YouTube,
Shout out
podcast
to
listeners.
Skrilla.
Are we retiring the too small celebration after Thomas Bryant? As for the game, the Cavs did snap a 3-game losing streak. So they got a nice win there. Contributions from Mitchell and Garland, and I thought everybody did well.
DeAndre
for the,
Hunter.
Hunter had to get popped in the face to wake him up.
Yeah, the broadcast was saying, we've got a Willis Reed moment because he went to the locker room and came back. He had a great
He
game.
did have a good game. A whole lot of 3-pointers in that game.
Yep.
45 total 3-pointers made. Both teams hit over 23s between the Cavs and the Hornets. And Con Knippel became the fastest NBA player to hit 100 3-pointers. Just 29 games played. Do you know who he passed? Did you see who he passed?
Was it from a couple of years ago?
More than a couple of years ago at this point. It was shocking to me.
I don't know.
It was a guy who became an all-star. He might make another all-star team, might play for the international team.
Was it Larry Markkinen?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Surprising.
41 games. I think it took Lauri Markkinen to hit 100 threes. Back in his Bulls days, of course, right? Yeah, he was on the Bulls to start. And then now Con Knippel in 29 games at 100 plus.
You want to hit threes, you play the Hornets. You go look at the high-scoring games from this year, they're all playing the Hornets because they give up shots.
Yeah. All right, moving on to our second one here. Warriors coach Steve Kerr and Draymond Green had a heated exchange, a tiff, whatever you want to call it, during an early third quarter timeout on Monday night, causing Draymond Green to leave the bench, head to the locker room. Now, he would make his way back to the bench, but he did not play in the final 20 minutes of a Warriors win. Pretty dominant win in the end, 120-97 over the Magic. So, Tass, up or down on Steve Kerr and the Warriors benching, if you want to call it that, Draymond Green after the argument with Steve Kerr? What do you think?
Well, I'm definitely up on it. You can't show up your coach, and that's what was happening. And I would say this could have gotten even worse. Draymond Green walked quietly to the locker room. He did stay and do media after the game and talked about that it's not going to linger because we're all about winning, and that's what I'm all about. So, no, this whole thing is not going to linger. It's not going to blow over. That being said, I want to see if that happens because he did have to get removed from the floor because he was trying to do a little too much on the floor. He was actually having a good game offensively.
He was.
Because he was coming off a play where no one else touched the ball. It was just him way at the top. Gravity was going towards Steph Curry. So he was able to take it all the way to the rim. And then after that, I think what Steve Kerr was upset about, next play, there was a turnover where Draymond was doing the dribble handoff with Steph. He kind of got yanked by Desmond Bane. I don't know if Steve Kerr saw this, but he kind of got yanked by Desmond Bane, and he didn't go get the pass from Steph Curry. And then the next play was even worse, where he was trying to do a little too much, and he threw the ball from way up top, turnover. That's the problem with Dre this year. He's got more turnovers than made buckets. That is a problem. He was having a good offensive game. It's got the feeling of Klay Thompson at the end of his career his tenure with the Golden State Warriors, where he's got to go to the bench at some point. He's got to play less. Even if Dre does start, he's got to play less. And that's where we are. And I think he understands that. And that's what he was saying post-game. I do understand. I'm coming to that point. He played a couple games off the bench last year where they were trying the whole Jonathan Kuminga thing. It's if he will be able to digest it all going forward is the question. I don't know. But I think Steve Kerr has to put his foot down, and he did.
So you liked sort of how it was handled. Unfortunate that we got the exchange or the heated argument, but like Draymond sort of removed himself, cooled down a little bit. I guess a lot of people went back and checked on him like throughout the game.
Apparently he came back in the fourth quarter.
He came
According to
back to the
Anthony
bench.
Slater,
Yeah.
he sat there. Again, he did media afterwards where he talked the right game. But it all depends on how you act in the future on the floor.
Yeah.
And we know that Dre does get mad but at the same time, he didn't blow up. You know, all the video is just it's just Kerr talking to Draymond because that's the best angle. Draymond doesn't get up and get all furious and blow up, and he walks away because he thinks that's the only way he can deal with it. So I think you can say that's a good thing to do in that instance. He didn't blow up. Again, you don't even see it there, and that's what happened. And he said, we've blown up at each other so many times.
Right.
That's what we do.
Right.
And we've heard that before with every team and in the history of every NBA game, even, and I'm sure in every YMCA where you got kids doing a 6'7" and you're too little, people will get mad at each other. But I think they handled it pretty well.
Kerr said after the game, we had it out a little bit. He made his decision to go back to the locker room to cool off. So, reiterating, like, I didn't tell him to go back or nobody said, get the hell out of here. He removed himself, probably because he was heated and upset.
He said that's the only way he could deal with it.
Been called out or whatever. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Kerr said everything is private. And like you said, Draymond talked about it a little bit too. The thing is, it gets the headlines because, first off, it's the second game in a row that Green has prematurely left the game, departed the game, however you want to put it. Game before, he got tossed, getting into it with Colin Gillespie. So he didn't play a whole lot in that one. And then this happens where he, again, removes himself more and then does not get put back into the game. But the Warriors win both these games. Mm-hmm. So it actually worked out for them. I mean, as soon as Draymond Green left this game, they are trailing after the turnover, after Kerr's frustrated. And then Steph Curry went nuts. He hit 6 straight shots. They pull away in the fourth quarter. So they get the victory again after getting that one against the Suns where he got ejected too. It's got people going, it's classic Draymond, right? It's it's one thing to put up with his stuff when he's helping, contributing to a championship team. It's a whole other thing when we're struggling and he's playing poorly, all the turnovers, obviously not much of a threat to score, not that he ever was. So it's is he worth it? But you think overall how he handled it was good. We'll just see how it goes now.
Yeah.
Because sometimes Draymond does not let things lay dormant.
Well,
they'll make a bigger deal out of this.
The question is, are they better with him or without him? That's the question. Do you think they're actually better without Draymond Green? I don't at this point. I think limited Draymond Green, yeah. Not playing a ton of minutes, yeah. And then when he does those lazy passes where the Golden State Warriors aren't catching it, it's definitely going to the other team.
He just sometimes gets it's the blessing and the curse of playing with Steph Curry, his entire career. Sometimes it looks like he's only looking for Steph Curry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And other teams know that. And as you should always be looking for Steph Curry, but I think it's it does him a disservice at times and gets him into trouble with some of these turnovers. He sort of has blinders at times where it's only Curry can get the ball.
Yeah, I don't think the problem is Steph. I think it's just
No, it's not Steph. I'm saying it's
the problem with him working with Steph. I don't think the problem is just him working with Steph. I think he just gets loosey-goosey and he's just almost feeling I'm a champ. I can do what I want, where he's just too loose. And I think he knows that. And I think he knows that he can't be playing 35, 38 minutes anymore. But I don't know going forward if you don't want to just remove him. I don't think you just want to remove him from the equation. Yeah, they go on their run. They're 54-26 the rest of the way. That was a heck of a run. Everybody working together. But I think he does help them get better. Their attitude is elevated defensively with him on the floor.
You think he still brings that enough?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the question.
Here's what I saw people wondering. Would you trade Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga for Anthony Davis? If you're the Warriors, just from the Warriors side of things, whether or not the Mavs would do it, another part of the equation.
Me, yeah, I would.
You would do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's a little telling. So you believe Draymond's good, but you think there's a huge upgrade there in Anthony Davis.
Yeah, well, Anthony Davis we're at the end of the careers for both these guys. I mean, and it's closer to Draymond's end than Anthony Davis's end. And Anthony Davis' question if he'll play or not, but yeah, if you could put him on the floor, wouldn't you?
100%.
Yeah.
The only question is what's your confidence level in AD playing? That's it. Mm-hmm. Because at this point in their careers, the Warriors, I believe would do that. Mm-hmm. But
I think so.
Well, I mean, I guess, You know, you got the heart and soul, and Draymond is he is important to the team. There is no doubt. But has it run its course? Have you should try something else? Can Jimmy Butler can he fill that vacuum enough? That type of spirit, if Draymond's not on the team and you upgrade in a talent level offensively, maybe even defensively at this point with AD. Yeah. I think it's something
they need a big
contemplate.
They need a big. Anthony Davis had a fantastic game yesterday, absolutely balling against his old team, the New Orleans Pelicans. So you trade a short-term period of Anthony Davis's end of his career for Draymond's. Yeah. We know Anthony Davis is a better offensive player. He's really good defensively. The question is, why on earth would Dallas do that? If it's for Jonathan Kuminga. It's taking a chance, a guy who's literally not even in the rotation for the Golden State Warriors right now. So that's a puzzling part. Listen, for the Warriors, I think it's all about defense. It's for them, they're happy that Podziemski's playing well again. I mean, Moses Moody, I don't know how long he can keep this going, but he looked freaking amazing to be able to have the dribble game, get into the lane, pump fake, get everybody in the air and score and spin and score. You don't see that very often. So they've got a lot of good things going. Will Richards got to play more. D'Anthony Melton's shot will start going down eventually. So they got some good things going. Al Horford, maybe the sciatica heals someday. So I wouldn't trade him yet. But if things continue like this, you have to sit him. I mean, you can't have him bickering at coach. Mm-hmm. So
look, these were big wins without Draymond there for a big chunk of it in the first one. In the win over the Suns, that sort of revenge win over the Suns, and then this one. Like if they lose either of these two games, like first off, this Draymond Green story is even bigger. Mm-hmm. There's a whole lot more trade chatter, and it's like, oh God, they're like how many games below 500 at this point? Like they're holding on to 500 with these victories, and they were pretty special there. That run in the fourth quarter, where they win by a ton,
and they started running. And they started moving, and that was definitely something you
those
lack
guys
with
get
Dre.
opportunities. Yeah, Guy Santos comes in, and it's like he's not filling up the box score, but you're playing a little differently.
Yeah, right? Listen, some of these guys aren't going to be able to be playable in playoff games. Like Guy Santos, as much as he helps out and brings the energy, there's a limit to what those guys can do, and that's why I'm sure they're looking at Jonathan Kuminga and hoping that he would be part of it. Like they're limited right here and right now. It would be great to have Al Horford back. It's great to see Pods, who I think has a higher ceiling than a lot of these guys, play the way he is. But that's why you probably just keep Dre around. You want to keep him around because he's got that attitude. That being said, again, it could have been way worse post-game. You could have said, I'm a freaking 4-time champ. I could freaking do whatever I want out there again. He could have been way more of an a-hole.
Yeah. He downplayed it for the most part. Though he did sort of slip in something like, I didn't even have that bad a game, like when it came to the turnovers and stuff like that.
When he has more buckets than turnovers, that's a good Draymond. He had 4 buckets and 1 turnover when he's got more turnovers than buckets this season. So that is scary. That is scary when it comes to Dre. He's playing it, again, like Clay did at the end of his Warriors tenure. He's saying the right thing, and he hasn't gone to the bench yet like Clay did this season. That would be tough for him, I imagine. Yeah. So this is not done. It's not done. I don't think.
You think there'll be another Draymond Green story as the season goes on? Probably.
I'd be stupid to say that we're not going to see Draymond get mad again.
Right,
that would be. We're watching the same games for the last 14 years of Draymond's career. We know what's coming.
Yeah. All right, next one here. Zion Williamson scored 24 points, including 10 straight in the fourth Q to power the Pelicans to a 119-113 victory over the Mavericks. He said AD did play well for Dallas. He did. But the Pelicans extended their season-long win streak to 5 games. That's their longest winning streak since 2022. That surprised me. So my question for you is up or down on the Pelicans' play-in chances after this great little run here, winning 5 straight?
I'm going a horizontal thumb. I can't go thumbs up. I can't go thumbs down. Now, I'm not.
You got that fence up your ass.
No, I'm living in the truth. Listen, recency bias would say, "Oh, this team is in it," but listen. As much as the 10 playoff play-in spots are good for the game, and New Orleans can look at it and say, "Oh, we're almost there."
They're 4.5 back, by the way.
They're still 4.5 back, sure. And there's even a team in between them and the play-in and the Dallas Mavericks who are going to get a Kyrie Irving back. I would be worried about...
And the Jazz.
Yeah, the Jazz are alive, for sure. But there's just too many teams. There's too many parts moving. that are working against them. That's the scary part. Adam Silver, great. Play-in, great. This team has hope. And they're way deeper in the Western Conference standings than you could say that about for other teams. You could say that for other teams in years past. But like Portland is probably going to get a Drew Holiday back one day. Scoot Henderson has to play basketball eventually. He's been out the whole time. Shaden Sharp looks freaking awesome. Phoenix, they announced that Jalen Green will be back. Will be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks. So you could say, well, that guy's out. Maybe Phoenix drops out. But again, Dallas is going to get a Kyrie Irving back. That being said, watching New Orleans, they're playing their best players again, or not again. They're playing them in a new role with Derek Queen, and now Zion Williamson is playing with Derek Queen. Those two guys in the fourth quarter yesterday looked great.
Yeah.
They're playing dribble handoff. Those two guys working together, they're super fun. They're on the same page. The numbers are great. Looking at the advanced stats when those guys are playing together.
Do you continue to bring Zion Williamson off the bench? Because this is working.
It's wild. Yeah, for now, for sure. It's such a different balance. It's odd because Jordan Poole, Zion Williamson coming off the bench together when these guys are paid a lot of money. But they closed really well in this game. Both those guys. Poole had a bad game to start this game. Was terrible. Fourth quarter, everything clicked all of a sudden.
That's some of the hardest I've seen Jordan Poole play in a while, too. He was playing hard.
That one quarter, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Okay, the start was rough. But I don't know if it is the whole situation coming off the bench. Both him and Zion. Like, you're seeing some life from them at the very least.
Yeah.
Giving a damn. It was nice to hear the Smoothie King Center bumping, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the crowd or watching this game. Few and far between this year. Obviously, you get some winning basketball going. You've got the rookies that are promising. There was some life to that building. Like, it was, you know, a lot of people are always like, oh, it's as quiet as a freaking church and all that. And it is from time. We have our friends here in Atlanta like, oh, we should go sit courtside in New Orleans and giving these seats away.
Yeah.
But last night, and these last couple, there is a vibe there now because they're playing hard basketball or, you know, competitive basketball.
Yeah.
But, you know, I do wonder with the whole Zion of it all. 10 of 14 last night, 24 and 9 off the bench. And like a stretch there down the, like he scored like 5 of the 6 possessions. Like, does this make it more likely they try and move him because they're building his trade value back up? Or now are you sticking with this and you have him in a weird
that's a good
super
question.
sub position? I don't know what they do.
Oh, so do you think that they can make the playoffs? Because you made it seem like...
I think they could because they can't tank. There's no point for them to tank. That pick ain't theirs. So they're, as the season goes on, we get into February, we get into Mickey Mouse March. Some of these other teams, maybe the Jazz, maybe the Mavericks, you never know, they might start leaning towards, okay, do we really need these wins? Maybe we don't want to be in a play-in. Maybe we want to help our odds to get to a high lottery pick where they won't be doing that. So I think it's possible. They are 4.5 back, but it's still not even 26 yet.
Yeah, I think there's too many good teams in the way. That being said, yeah, they look better. James Borrego is coaching a team that's playing harder in late game situations. I like the double that he went to for Anthony Davis, who was balling to start this game, and then the fourth quarter they got the ball out of his hands. That worked. They also sent bodies at Klay Thompson, who had 20 points in the first half, 0 in the second half. So that definitely helped. But a lot of it was, this effort by Jordan Poole and Zion Williamson. Jordan Poole took a charge. He had a steal. He made a couple threes there, so he had 10 points in that fourth quarter. He was balling. And Zion on the other side, I mean, he had a perfect fourth quarter. 3 for 3 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line, 10 points, 3 boards, 2 assists, 0 turnovers. And this is 2 games after he sat in the fourth quarter versus Houston. He didn't play in that fourth quarter where James Borrego said, no, we're coming back. You're sitting. And so now he's played in a couple fourth quarters. He looks better, but I don't think you just say, hey, this is your team. I think it's working well, gelling Derek Queen and him. And then it was Poole, it was Sadiq Bey and Trey Murphy. Those 5 at the end because Herb Jones also was injured. Hopefully he comes back. But that lineup looked really good. I just don't think that they can overcome what they need to overcome. And yeah, you said Mickey Mouse March. I feel like December has a bit of a little run here where sometimes you can just beat teams right here,
I get that.
Right during the holidays. Some teams don't show up. You look at it throughout the entire NBA schedule. Sometimes you just get a W here or there. But yeah, 5 wins. It's long. I mean, they're nearing that 7-game winning streak that you said was in 2022. That was the longest winning streak of Willie Green's tenure as a head coach.
That was near the end of that year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Maybe they can get there, but it's the West.
Yeah,
You dug yourself a hole. It's tough to
that's
come
the
out
thing.
of that.
Was the hole too deep for you to climb out of?
Yeah, it's
As starting
tough.
3-22, obviously 8-22 now after the 5-game win streak. But look, I come with some bias here because when we were doing our picks in the preseason, I had the Pelicans over because I was like,
Yep,
I
so did
believed
I.
if Zion and Trey Murphy and Herb Jones just played in half the games, that they're like a pretty decent team with all the other pieces as well. Now, like those guys are in and out of the lineup and it's still not perfect. And you said Herb Jones gets injured again. Jesus, Murphy. But then you get something from these rooks in Queen and Fears. I guess what I'm getting at is like all these teams you were listing in the play-in race, either in or trying to get in, the Pelicans at times, when they have their guys, seem like a better team than most of these squads.
That's true.
And that's not even shade against those other teams. I guess I sort of believe in them when they're all out there.
Yeah.
So, look, they're going to make a go for it because they don't have any other option, like I said, unless they somehow acquire a draft pick in a Zion trade where they get a lottery pick. Unlikely, I think, of any note at least. They're going to go for wins here because why wouldn't you? Right? So.
Yeah, I took the over 2 preseason. They're looking better, and it helps being here in Disney December as still with the 30-37, called it in the stream team. It's a good name for it. We're going to see some Disney action on Christmas Day where we're going to see an
that's
animated
right.
game.
We're going to see Donald Duck do the too small celebration.
See, maybe we should call it Donald Duck December. You got Mickey Mouse March, Donald Duck December.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Potentially. Any final thoughts there on the Pels? Or do you want to keep going?
No, we can keep going.
Let's keep going. Jaylen Brown scored 14 of his game-high 31 points in the final quarter as the Celtics rallied from a 20-point second-half deficit for a victory over the Pacers last night. So Boston, 18-11, NBA's 7th best net rating. Way better than some of us thought they would be with no Jason Tatum this year. So instead of chasing lottery balls, they're 3rd in the Eastern Conference task. Jason Tatum keeps telling people in the organization, hey, I'm coming back. I want to play this season. We'll see. But my question in the up-down report is, are you up or down on the Celtics making a win-now move before the February 5th NBA trade deadline, seeing as they are playing so well? And maybe you can even upgrade the roster. Up or down on that idea?
I'm up on them doing it. I think Brad Stevens is thinking about it, making calls about it, but I'm down on it actually happening. I don't think they have the proper players, proper money to go out to get a player like that. If you look at it, their top guys, the big name contract or the big dollar contracts aren't going out. Tatum, Brown, Derek White, even Peyton Pritchard you get down to. So there's just isn't a lot of money to go out. Anthony Simons would be the one that could be dealt for a decent player. He makes $27 million. But is there somebody that another team would give up to help Boston's championship pedigree, attitude, run? Because I do think Brad Stevens is looking at it and saying, we want to build a championship team. I totally think that. Right. I totally think that this keeps on going forward with Brown and Tatum as their guys. After trading Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, I think they're in such a good position to do that. I just don't know if they have the right money to go out. I think the trade exception that they have via the Kristaps Porzingis trade, a $25 million trade exception, sounds good. You can't bundle that with other contracts. It's a one contract only. Going for the trade exception, you can't add a number to that to be able to bring back more salary. You can't add a player to that and say, oh, we'll get a $40 million player back. I just don't know if Anthony Simons for one of these guys is really going to work out. And the Walsh, Queta, Minot, Hugo Gonzalez growth is awesome. They don't make a lot of money. I don't see them going out. I see them keeping those guys.
Right.
So I don't see it really happening, but I'd love to be beside Brad Stevens making those calls, seeing what other teams have to offer. I think they'd be willing to. They want to build this thing, and I don't think they fear anybody in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
I think they really think they can hang with the Knicks or whoever, and so they want to go for it.
Brad Stevens says the team is open to the idea of improving the team to increase their short-term chances of competing for a title. He said, quote, there's nothing holding us back necessarily from that. This is what he told reporters by way of CLNS. He added, though, quote, there's a lot of things that have to go right in a deal and that the front office is still assessing this year's team. So even if this great record and Jaylen Brown obviously showing that he can lead a team and these guys coming on and a lot of internal growth, like you said, for some of these younger guys, I'm with you, though. They're not really in a position outside of Anthony Simons, maybe Sam Hauser's contract. and then smaller deals. It's going to be around the fringes if they're making sort of move. Maybe it's a big to help out Keita and some of these other younger guys, but it's unlikely. I think you just this is a good problem to have. Like if they were terrible, we're not talking about this, right? We're saying okay, they're not making any upgrades at the deadline. Tatum, they're going to slow play that. He probably won't even come back. So the fact that we're even having this conversation is amazing. And again, speaks to Jaylen Brown leading this team and Joe Mazzulla's coaching. He's a psycho still and it works for this team. But I just don't think they don't have the money still to throw around. Yeah, they're under the second apron, but they're still $12.1 million above the luxury tax line. They want to avoid maybe the repeater tax. So they may want to actually still make the books a little bit better, right? Getting off Simon's contract, maybe Hauser again, other things. They could do that and maybe not help the team on the floor, but maybe just bringing Jason Tatum back is enough too. I mean, like you said, I don't think they're afraid of anybody.
No, they're not.
In the Eastern Conference, the Knicks would be tough with their bigs in Cat and Mitchell Robinson. That would be tough for the Celtics. That seems like a limitation for them. But, again, a good team with an identity, bringing back Tatum, it's dangerous. So we'll see.
So I think in theory, because the Knicks would threaten them with their bigs. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, the Knicks look like the team to beat in the Eastern Conference.
They are for sure. I think the Celtics would be willing to get a big.
Yeah.
But I'm not the financial guy when it comes to the NBA financials. I don't know what Brad Stevens looks at and says, "Oh no, we can't add that," because the whole purpose of trading Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis was to
get under the
get real low, help out those new owners, but also just build for the future. And it ain't just a short-term thing. They're trying to pull off what the OKCs, the Spurs are doing.
Right.
They're trying to slow play it. They ain't going all in, pre-flop. They're if they got to fold, they got to fold, and they'll come out. They'll come out for the second, third, fourth, fifth hand. And so I don't know if there is. I mean, the Simons plus Hauser, not bad. 35 mil. Yeah. Maybe there is somebody out there. There is. I was looking at bigs. Is there a big out there for them?
Who's on the list?
I didn't really come up with anybody that would help their championship right here, right now. Tradable bigs. It's not Draymond. Who is it? I mean, I didn't have anybody.
They're not making a move for Anthony Davis by any means.
No, again, it's a long-term play.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Draymond for Anthony Davis, Draymond and Kuminga for Anthony Davis makes sense for the Warriors because they want to win now. This is the end of Steph's tenure. This is the end of Steph's
But this is what
run.
we're contemplating with the Celtics, and Brad Stevens has to decide. Can we win now?
Yeah.
Can we?
Well,
making the right move here.
Yeah, first, we don't know how well Tatum's going to play this year.
No, and we don't even know if he is going to play. He can say all he wants. He's coming back.
He's coming back.
You think so? Well, you're on record thinking Kyrie's coming back, Tatum's coming back. So
I buy that. Yeah, we just talked about the Pelicans. DeJounte Murray tore his Achilles 11 months ago. It's nearly 11 months ago. We haven't heard a thing about him. They have parts to trade, but do the Celtics have? No, the Celtics aren't going to get anything to help their championship team. They don't want a wing. They don't want an Herb Jones or Trey Murphy. I'm just trying to think of guys that would.
Missy? Yves Missy? Is he going to move the needle? Probably not. All right, final one here. Snoop Dogg will be a game analyst on Peacock's Warriors versus Clippers game on Monday, January 5th. So Snoop is going to call the game's second half action from courtside with Terry Gannon and Reggie Miller. Tass, are you up or down on Snoop Dogg calling Warriors Clippers on Peacock in the new year?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. What I love about this is that this guy's living the life. He only has to work for half a game. He doesn't even.
That made me laugh so hard.
He doesn't have to do a thing for the first half. This guy can do whatever he wants.
Well, no, that's not true. Let me read you the press release because this also made me laugh. In order to prepare for calling live game action, Snoop will watch game film.
Yeah.
He'll watch the Clippers and Warriors shoot-arounds. He'll attend the production meetings, and he'll provide fans with his unique perspective on the game sitting courtside. And I guess he'll watch the first half and then put on the headset and tell you what he saw in the first half and then be on the call for the second half.
Yeah. I read that release.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to work. He has to watch film. Oh, yeah. He's got to make sure he watches the tape. This guy can do whatever he wants.
Okay.
I'm sure he's going to help out with NBC's Olympics. Oh. He's going to do a ton.
Oh, you can bet your ass he's doing that. That's why they're doing this.
Yeah, to tie in.
Yeah.
Help out.
Yeah. Hey, next month I'll be talking to Mike Tirico every night during the Winter Olympics. I think he has his own show in primetime or whatever. There's an own segment at the very least.
Yeah.
Where he talks about the Winter Olympics. And that's sort of funny to me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what does Snoop Dogg know about the Winter Olympics? He was obviously heavily involved in the Summer Olympics that we just had. And it was, I guess, some people found it entertaining. I know he got a lot of press for it. Yeah.
I mean, he just did a segment with Luca where it was him one-on-one with Luca, so maybe he knows more about the game now.
Well, it's funny you say that. He's on a Warriors-Clippers game. Snoop is a noted Lakers fan. In fact, I think there are many tweets where he shits on the Clippers. Like he makes fun of them because he's a Lakers fan. Doesn't like the Clippers.
Yeah.
But he's on the call here.
That's the right thing to do.
He'll say something.
Yeah, he may say something. But the good thing that they don't have him working extremely hard. He is the second analyst or the first analyst, whatever. He's working with Reggie as the analyst. He ain't calling the play-by-play. That's Terry Gannon's job. So it's not like he can F it up and make it sound bad or doing a terrible job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's an analyst that can help out and chime in, and he's obviously skilled on the mic. He can do what he wants.
Okay. What do you think, Ash? Are you a fan of Snoop going to be on this call here?
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty hilarious, you know? Like, I think he's just gonna hop in there. It's your boy, Big Snoop, D-O-double-G. Coming down the court, Steph Curry. Step back with the 3 Izzle. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that is what it is. It's just gonna be funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might be funny to hear the highlights of him. I don't know if it'll be as funny for an entire half. Maybe that's why they're only doing a half.
Yeah,
like,
I think
nobody wants to hear that for 48 minutes or 2 hours plus.
To be honest with you, I think he'll probably just say a couple words and then it'll turn into an interview. You know, every time they have like a celebrity calling a game, like they'll say a couple things and then it's just like, well, Snoop, what have you been up to lately? Yeah. And then he'll say a couple things and then they'll get the call in the game. Like it's just gonna be all over the place. So it'll be fun for a little bit at least.
Yeah, and just to confirm, in February, Snoop will provide the large U.S. primetime audience with his wintry take on what's happening in northern Italy during the Winter Olympics coverage. That's what it says in the press release. His wintry take. Yes.
Did he do something with? Was it Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart. He definitely did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He really sort of like latched on to the Olympics. He found a lane with the Olympics. Snoop did. He was everywhere during the Summer Olympics. Like we did that Summer Olympics podcast, me and Nora, here from the factory. I mean, he was everywhere. And like he was involved. I'll give him that. He wasn't half-assed in the Olympics. He might be half-assed in this game, but he wasn't doing that with the Olympics.
Right.
He actually worked, it felt like.
And he was working with, who was he doing shows with?
Kevin Hart, he just said.
Oh, it was Hart. Yeah.
Well, maybe Keenan. Why does it feel like Keenan Thompson?
Keenan was involved with something.
I know.
Too.
I can't keep track.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he's done a lot of shows. He's done the Martha Stewart show. He's done it all.
Yeah.
He's cooking.
Snoop likes a payday.
Yeah, and it does make sense here, like you're saying, Ash. Like they just kind of go off and you know, amble about this or that, and this may be a blowout in the second half. The Clippers getting spanked by the Warriors, you know? So this is the perfect time to put him on.
Okay. All right. Let's hear if you're over Snoop or not. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Him calling Warriors Clippers. That's in early January, I said. I think, what did I say? January 5th, I think. All right, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we got some Christmas questions for Tass and I to tackle. Don't go anywhere.
The NBA doesn't take a day off around the holidays. The buckets, the buzzer beaters, they show up every day. And FanDuel's putting you in control. For a couple days, you get to choose your reward. Take your shot with a profit boost. Play it cool with a no sweat bet. Or get a little backup with a bet back token. What are you in the mood for? Play the way you like to play. And I know that may change. Like for me over the season, I'm playing it slow with the no sweat bet. Playing it tight, close to my vest. Around the holidays, I may feel bold. Unbutton the one button on my shirt, you know, just let it fly a little bit. Yeah, nice and loose. No matter how you play, FanDuel is giving you the power to choose your reward and own your game this NBA season. So make your pick, get in the game, and play it your way.
All right, if you're just joining us on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe. Podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews. I also wanted to remind everyone that if you're getting a little frustrated, maybe you listen on Apple, maybe you listen on Spotify, you know, ads get inserted. We have an ad-free option for the No Dunks podcast. Join our Substack page, and you get it emailed to you every day, ad-free. So if you're like one of these people that I do see complaining, oh, there's too many ads. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my free show has ads.
Yeah, you can get it ad-free. You got to pay us. It's not a lot. $5 a month.
Right. No mid-roll ads yesterday. It's crazy, huh?
Are we sure?
Yeah. Anyway, that's weird. It's just weird how it all works. We're all working it out here. But you got an ad with just a pre and a post, or a show with the pre and post ads.
Well, see, the problem, like I'm seeing the comments on Spotify. People are, yes, there are ads, maybe way more than there used to be, or there's more than there used to be. Okay, I understand that.
That's the nature of podcasts.
Yeah, we do have to make money. And two, people miss the cold opens, which I don't know if we said it on the air. I think we have. Like, we had to get rid of the cold opens because we started getting like copyright issues for some of them on YouTube. So that was becoming a complication. You know, we share some weird video, some random video from Instagram or TikTok, and then suddenly we're getting like slapped with a copyright issue. Mm-hmm. So like that wasn't worth the headache. So we had to remove those. So I get it. But ad free, baby. It's the way to go. Substack link in the show notes. Okay, Christmas questions. Like I said, final show from the factory this week because Christmas is on Thursday. We've done a few of these questions before. Task, first one, who's on your NBA naughty or nice list?
Well, Evan Mobley has been naughty in that he hasn't been himself. I just don't recognize Evan Mobley. I thought he would take that next step. You know, having his back every single year of his career and watching him grow has been fantastic. This year, he just ain't himself. Now he's stepping out and shooting more threes. You can look at that as a good or bad thing. He's getting to the free throw line more, actually. You know, his free throw rate is very, very good, but his free throw percentage, not so good, the worst of his career. I just don't recognize the guy. I think he hasn't been as good defensively. If you look at it, eye test, doesn't look all that good. Numbers-wise, the defensive win shares down. I mean, his usage is down a little bit. He just ain't the same guy. He ain't finishing the way he used to finish. He hasn't taken that next step, I should say. Now, the Cavs are a whole mess, and I think that may have played a part into how Evan Mobley is playing, but naughty or nice, he ain't naughty himself. He seems like a very nice guy.
He does.
But the game ain't the same. Something's going on there, it feels
and
like.
he, of course, has the grade 1 left calf strain. So he is going to be still missing a couple weeks here, right? That was mid-December, and they said 2 to 4 weeks. Can't imagine we're seeing him before 2026. Right, into the New Year's when we'll see him back.
Yeah, teams have to play the calf injuries slow. That's what they're doing out there these days. So they'll probably veer more towards like 3-4 weeks, I imagine.
Yeah, it's there's no doubt that there's some disappointment there because last year the guy won Defensive Player of the Year. He was an All-Star. He made an All-NBA team. Obviously was on the All-Defensive team. I think he garnered a few end of the ballot MVP votes if I remember correctly too. Yeah, like there's the trajectory of a 23, 24-year-old guy to keep going. I mean, same thing if we're being honest, sort of happened with Scotty Barnes too, right? He had the All-Star season. Everybody's like, here we go. And then they like both of them have like hit a little bit of a wall and maybe like, oh, they're really good players. Are they really, really great players that we sort of all thought or like hope they would be? Still verdicts out a bit maybe on both those guys. But yeah, it's a disappointing year for him and the Cavs, like you said. Like sort of amazing that they are where they are right now in the Eastern Conference, 16 and 14, 7th. Like everybody thought they would be like a lock for the 1 or 2 seed.
That's every game. Every starting lineup they try and put out there ain't right. No.
Who do you have on your nice list? Or do you have anybody?
Yeah. Well, to go to my nice list, I wanted to get a full-on deep dive into Giannis Antetokounmpo's press or his press conference that he did last week. We didn't talk about it really.
Okay.
Nobody talked about it. He got to the mic while he was injured on December 18th, I think. He was standing up. I don't know if you saw him. He was wearing a puffy Nike jacket. He sat there for like 20, 25 minutes. Nobody really talked about it. And now
because he didn't say anything, did he?
Well, no, the one thing that was making headlines was basically he sort of implied that his agent does his own thing and that people were saying, well, he's passing it off to his agent. He may have requested a trade or wants a trade, but he's basically saying it's his agent who does it. And to quote him, he said, he's his own man. He can talk who he wants to talk to. It's not something you can control. At the end of the day, I don't work for my agent. My agent works for me. I mean, he really turned it around there for a second. Hold
on. He just said his agent works for him, but I can't control him.
Yeah, like he can go.
Which one is it?
He can go. Well, yeah, he basically saying he's his own person. He can go have talks. Now, Giannis could tell him,
yeah,
don't talk to anybody.
Because you pay him.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's why
you guys say it too much.
That's why I had to deep dive and see, like, is he making requests by passing the buck on to
Ooh,
Alex.
pun intended.
Yeah, Alex Saratsas, his agent. It was a deep dive. It was a deep 25 minutes. He didn't look super comfortable, but I feel like he thought I got to address the media a little bit. But there just wasn't a lot of headlines. I mean, he said a lot of things. I enjoyed it. He also said that he can't control his wife either. Every day, his wife Maria goes to Target, and he tells her, you don't got to go to Target.
Right.
But she goes, and I can't control her. She's her own person. So that was pretty funny.
Okay.
But then that
I believe.
Then he dug into, playing or being with the team. Right now, it's all about us making the extra pass, digging deep. Who are we? Making the extra pass. We're the winners. We got to dig deeper. He also said he's been approached by his teammates. I'm straight with them, whatever that might be. Someone asked me about, no, he didn't say it was his teammate, but he said somebody was asking me about deleting my Buck stuff from my media.
Yes, okay, I remember that.
Yeah, and he said, what does that even mean? What does that even mean if I delete stuff from my accounts? I still have the championship banner. I still have the cup celebration or whatever. Like he kind of passed that on as well. Like kind of, so I was just wondering, I don't know. To wrap it all up, he basically said, when a reporter asked him, do you hope all the rumors end? He goes, do I hope it ends? Yes. Do I think it'll end? No. When people see cracks, they see opportunity to get in those cracks.
Yeah, okay.
So he feels that people will apply pressure when his team isn't performing and the rumors are there, and he allows the rumors to be out there. So I guess he's saying, I guess we're not getting that good. So that you could easily interpret that as him saying, I'm leaving. So all that to say, he's very nice. But as far as the naughty and nice list go, I'd say in this case, he didn't squash anything.
He sounds like he made it worse, is what you're saying.
I mean, yeah.
Or maybe he didn't, because we barely talked about it.
Nobody
Everybody
talked
at
about
this
it.
point, like, it just feels like they're sort of all mishandling this. Both him, maybe his representatives, and then the Bucks too.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just me saying, what are we doing here? Like, eventually you're going to be trading him.
Yeah, the only thing that, again...
Or you're asking for a trade request, but you're sort of not, but you are.
Yeah.
So which one is it? So like, I don't know.
he didn't squash anything. The only thing that made the headlines again was him saying, I don't control my agent. It's his own job, but he also works for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he could be leaving. He's going to play hard for these next couple months, I think. And it's, again, I still believe he wants to be faithful for this team. But if they're in 12th or 13th in the Eastern Conference, which there is a chance, they're sitting here, and he knew,
right.
He did mention verbatim that they're in 11th when he was doing this.
Right.
They're only 2.5 out of the play-in. So I still think he'll stick around if they can move up and not down, because right now, without him, they come to play sometimes, but they're losing games.
But you're basically saying, I'm putting words in your mouth, if they don't make a move before the deadline, then it's a wrap. Because you keep believing that, like, they should.
Oh, for
they
him?
must. Yeah, for Giannis sticking around Milwaukee long term.
Long term?
Or wanting to. Because, they don't have much to do it, but you're saying he has given them his word. I will be there for the season.
Yeah.
And they owe it to him to obviously be as aggressive as you can without obviously completely screwing your future. That's what I've brought up before. It's like at a certain point, you can't just keep trading away everything.
They're pushing him, and his agent are pushing, I believe, the Bucks to make a trade to help their team right here, right now. To trade one of those tradable picks. They literally have one of their own tradable picks.
And then
one of their own picks is tradable.
And so then we're like, is Zach LaVine going to help the Milwaukee Bucks
right.
win a playoff series, let alone compete for a championship? The answer is probably no.
He would help. You go back and forth because they do play hard defensively. They need somebody. They need a bucket. Kuzma ain't that bucket. Mm-hmm. I love Ryan Rollins, but it's going to be hard to depend on him game in and game out. Miles Turner ain't that bucket. They need a bucket. Well, I think on the defensive end, they're a little bit more comfortable with who they are. So, yeah, that ain't good. I mean, they're just not good.
No, they're not, especially without Giannis. Yeah. On my nice list, I really focused on the nice part here. Bobby Marks at ESPN, he dropped his NBA all-value team yesterday, which I thought was fun. These are like difference makers who are outplaying their contracts. And he had like stipulations. It was basically like, cannot make more than $3 million in a season, can't be signed to a first or second round exception. So like no Cooper Flag, no Wembanyama, or you can't have more than 6 years of NBA experience. So it's like all these guys, a lot of two-way guys that have been converted into like small contracts that are contributing. It's just a fun list. I mean, the Spencer brothers, top of the list, both of them.
Yep.
Pat Spencer with the Warriors. Did you see Jimmy Butler wearing his lacrosse jersey?
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
That's pretty cool.
How the hell do you get that? That's not something you can buy on Amazon.
No.
Like, does he have to reach out to Cam Spencer or the Spencer family? Hey, can you send me one of his old jerseys?
Agent.
Or do you reach out to the university maybe? I guess he could do that.
Pat's got an agent.
Okay.
His agent knows.
Okay, so he goes behind, he has to go behind Pat's back. Can't ask Pat Spencer, hey man, can I get a lacrosse jersey and then show up wearing it? I don't think.
Right.
You got to go to the agent, go to the family, go to the university. Anyway, he's been awesome. As Bobby said, all value team captain, maybe Pat Spencer. The Warriors are like plus 8.1 points per 100 possessions when Pat Spencer's been on the floor here. And this is a guy that makes like $600,000.
That's like lacrosse money.
That's lacrosse money right there. So he's a two-way guy. Cam Spencer, his brother, obviously great on the Grizzlies too. He makes $2.5 million. He's rich compared to his brother. But he's played great too. I would assume we're going to see him in the three-point contest. This came up. The guy's shooting like 50% from deep. Be fun to get him in there. Hell, put both of them in. Let the Spencer brother bros. Put the Spencer brother bros in there. Put the Curry brother bros in there too. So he's on an awesome deal. And then his other names like AJ Mitchell with the Thunder. He makes $3 million. That's it. Colin Gillespie, your guy, you love him. He makes $2.4 million. Really good for the Suns this year. Keita with the Celtics. They picked him up off the scrap heap. Dominic Barlow, Spencer Jones, Jock Landell, like these type of guys. Ryan Nembhard, Brandon Williams, Vit Krejci, Mamu, Julian Champagny, Javonte Green, and Dennis Jenkins. I'll get them all in there for you. But anyway, it was a fun article because it's like, oh yeah, these guys make nothing. And we've talked about a lot of these guys contributing to winning basketball at times.
I was there at that 152-150 win for the Chicago Bulls over the Atlanta Hawks. Vit Krejci, he can drop some shots. These guys have, a lot of them have grown. Javonte Green is absolutely incredible for the Detroit Pistons. They are getting lots of value out of every dollar they pay him. That guy has been awesome. That hammer he threw down after the steal. Yeah, those are good names. Really
Three
good
of
names.
those names, by the way, College Park Skyhawks, right? Dominic Barlow, for sure.
Yeah.
Vit Krejci, for sure. And Brandon Williams. I saw Brandon Williams play here in Atlanta or in College Park out by the airport. I'm on record. I have an IG post that says, this guy's a bucket, man. This guy should be in the league. I was like a scout out there, sitting courtside at a G League game. And he's played well. Obviously, you know, like there was an opportunity there. And then Ryan Nembhard has now taken some of that opportunity as well. But he's in the league. Deserving player. All those guys.
Decent.
All right, next one here. Christmas angled question. 5 games on Christmas Day once again. 18th year in a row we got 5 games on. So as long as we've been doing this show, there's always been 5 games on Christmas Day. We'll remind everyone what the schedule is. We got Cavs Knicks at 12 p.m. Eastern. That one you can also catch on Dunk the Halls, the animated version with Mickey Mouse and all his friends. Then at 2:30, Spurs Thunder. Hello. Mavericks Warriors at 5, Rockets Lakers at 8, Wolves Nuggets is your nightcap for the true sickos if you've managed to watch all 5 on the East Coast at least. That's at 10:30. My question, Tass. Ash, I want to hear your answer as well. Which Christmas Day game are you most excited for?
I'm going with the Spurs and Thunder. I really hope that Wemby will be playing because it sure seems like he's not playing tonight.
I know, they play tonight. Yeah,
They're playing essentially a back-to-back 2-game set here over 3 days. He's questionable because they are preserving him tonight, but I assume maybe that he'll be back for Christmas, and I want to see how the Thunder play the Spurs in so many different ways after losing to them in the NBA Cup. You know, they're going to try and pull Wemby out. They're going to try and shoot the 3-ball a little bit better. They're going to do lots of things for Shea to get better looks while Wemby is out there to get into space more. So that whole thing. Now, I'm hoping that this Wemby absence is just one night because I do think he's not playing tonight.
He'll play on Christmas.
I feel like he will.
Unless something
but
terrible happens tonight.
But the worrisome part is his head coach, Mitch Johnson, basically said he's not playing because of his, quote, unique anatomy and situation. That's what the organization is saying. They're taking it day by day. They're doing the ultimate slow play here. They want to manage it carefully. So you never know. So I don't know. I'm just trying to talk it into existence. I'd like to see Victor Wembanyama on the floor.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, OKC right now 26-3. They got back on the winning side last night against the Grizzlies, and then the Spurs are 21-7. So these are the top two teams in the Western Conference. Spurs are tied with the Nuggets right now for second in the West. So that one I think a lot of people would pick. It's really spicy if the Spurs beat the Thunder again tonight.
Absolutely.
Wemby or not. Because then you're like, ooh, that is the kryptonite for OKC, and then we get it again on Christmas. So that's an obvious one. I like that one. What about you? Ash, is there another game, or are you going with that one too?
Yeah, I really like the Spurs Thunder one. I think that's my number one game for the day too. Then after that, I really love watching Steph Curry play. I mean, like Steph Curry is my current favorite player in the league. So the Warriors game, maybe. So, and then just like to continue with my list here, I'll just go ahead and name them out. Honestly, the Lakers and the Rockets, I'm excited for that one too. I just think that I wish the Rockets were playing the Nuggets on Christmas Day because they've been so good here recently. I wish that was the Christmas Day game. But the Lakers Rockets could be really good. Seeing LeBron, Luka, KD, Şengün, I think that's going to be pretty fun. So those are my top three probably in that order. And the other ones are, if I'm up at 10:30, I'll probably be watching Stranger Things, by the nighttime. So
well, those are like 2 hours long, aren't they? These episodes?
No, they're only an hour. The 2 hour one is the finale. I'll be going to the theater to watch.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Really?
I'm locked in.
Okay,
locked in.
All right, you and Vecna, man. I'll tell you who wishes they weren't playing on Christmas. LeBron. You see his comments?
Yeah. I listened to them.
I'm over this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too old. I'm literally too old. I want to be with my family. But no, you're playing again on Christmas, man. For what? How many years has this guy played on Christmas? It's got to be 20 plus. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, but it's a hell of a lot of games.
I liked it. Because the reporter asked him, like, what are you looking forward to on Christmas? He goes, what? Can you reword that? Like, what do you mean? Do you mean like how excited am I to play basketball, or what would I rather be doing? Because I'd rather be with my family. Yeah. I liked it. I liked him rewording the reporter. It was great stuff.
I'm excited for Mavericks Warriors too, for a couple of reasons, Ash. One, I am a fan of the middle game, the 5 p.m. Eastern start for us people on the East Coast. 'Cause, I'll be watching a lot of them, of course. The later ones, you maybe start to be a little basketballed out. You're a little tired from all the eating and all the drinking and stuff like that. But like that 5 p.m. one, maybe dinner time, but I don't know. I don't have big plans this year. I'm not going anywhere this year. So I'll be locked in on that one. I like that Cooper Flagg will be the youngest player to play on Christmas since LeBron in 2003, just turned 19. And then Klay Thompson. This is his one visit to San Francisco this regular season. So you got that little story too. And what's fun about that is in 2024, Steph tied the Christmas record with 8 made threes. He scored 38 points in that game. That'd be fun if Klay goes back and has an awesome game. It was like a throwback game where Klay can't miss threes. Maybe ties Curry, maybe even tries to beat that record. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that's a good call.
I'm excited for that one, even though they're not the best teams of the bunch here. But it's a pretty good slate.
It is, and that's a good call.
Wolves Nuggets at the end.
That's a good call on Klay because he's also picking it up. He's playing better.
He's playing better.
He just dropped 20 in the first half. Against the Pelicans. So.
By the way, LeBron has been in 19 Christmases. This will be his 20th.
Oh, this will be his 20th.
This will be his 20th.
Wow. So he missed a couple.
Yeah.
So it's 23 years, right? 24 years? What's he at? Can't even keep track anymore.
This is season 23. So he missed 3, huh? Well, I guess one was a pandemic. No. Well, how did he miss 3? One, he was hurt with the
Rookie,
Lakers.
Probably.
I thought you said he was the youngest player.
He played in the rookie.
I did say that. You're right.
He played in the rookie.
Yeah, because that was before he turned 19
When did they
on
not
December
have a
30th.
LeBron team on a Christmas Day slate?
Yeah, he's hurt just 1 year with the Lakers, right? Or no, he got hurt after Christmas. How did he miss 3? Crazy.
We'll have to do a deep dive. Final question here. What's on your NBA Christmas wish list? You can go anywhere you want with this.
My NBA Christmas wish list is that some of our commenters don't come at me for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
In the future. I mean,
getting put on blast?
Well, this is just me. I was just talking about Giannis. I was trying to get to the bottom of Giannis's press conference. Z. Russ mentioned, why does Taz care about Giannis being on the Bucks so badly? Listen, he's one of the best players in the National Basketball Association.
Of all time.
Yeah. He's just great. I mean, of all time, like overall, period, everywhere. Yeah, I just want to know if he's
Giannis
being
is like
traded.
a top 25 player of all time. Is that crazy to say? No, probably not.
Anyways, If he's going to play somewhere else, I care. And I was surprised. I wasn't trying to pull a Pablo Torre and do a deep dive and try and understand every single word, every single verb, every single syllable that he was saying.
Did you
out there.
watch the whole
But
20
I went
to
into
25-minute thing?
Yeah, of course I did. Why not?
You need to see help.
Why?
Because you wasted 20 to 25 minutes.
Why? When you watch NBA games, you can do some things on the side. Let's
true.
be completely honest.
This is true.
We don't got to watch every
There's a lot of
single
downtime.
second.
You tell me it's the fastest sport, but you can watch a whole press conference.
Yeah. Anyway, we want to know where and if he's going anywhere. I'd like to think, having shook his hand multiple times, I might know what's going on in his brain. I absolutely don't.
You have a connection to him, though, because of your Greek roots? You can say that. I think that's totally fair.
Sure.
Yeah.
I haven't sold tchotchkes on the streets like he did. No, he had it tougher. Anyway.
If
he's getting traded,
your wish list is for people to stop coming at you about Giannis. I do like that.
It is totally.
I mean, you are the Giannis defender. Or the idea that maybe you're a little naive, people think, to him wanting to stay in Milwaukee. Sorry.
For this season.
Yeah,
look. That's. I'm not saying he's never going to be dealt.
You've been very clear about that.
I'm sticking with it. He's sticking with the Bucks. Will they lose? Yeah, they're not going to win the championship.
Yeah, that was a part of your argument that did you in a little bit. You were bigging up Kuzma, you were bigging up Kevin Porter Jr. like they were going to matter when Giannis got injured, and you're still trying to convince yourself that he was going to be there.
They matter.
Everybody was like, I don't know, man.
Well, they matter. They matter in terms of him thinking they're going to be good this season. They do, and they haven't proved to be excellent. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's why a Zach LaVine would help. Because the Kuz thinks he's a little too fantastic offensively. And Zach would take that off his plate. I mean, they're throwing Kuzma at anybody on the perimeter. You go guard the best players on the perimeter from 30 feet from the bucket. And Kuz has difficulty rolling with that. Anyway, we're done.
Okay, what about you, Ash? Do you have a Christmas wish list here, an NBA Christmas wish list?
One of the things on the list is that I hope Steph Curry signs with Nike. I just really want him to come back to Nike as a sneaker free agent. Just because I want some Steph Curry Nikes.
Okay.
I would love to get some.
Did you ever wear his Under Armour shoes or no?
I had maybe the first pair.
Okay.
Like when they came out. My girlfriend at the time bought me some. I wore them
that's nice.
maybe 5 times.
Ooh.
And I just was like, I can't get, and I try to get away from high tops. That's really what it is. Like, I wear a lot of Kobe's, wear Sabrina's now.
Yep, me too.
GT Cut, like in that family. So I just need Steph Curry to come on back to Nike, come on back to the light side, so we can get some good Curry Nikes.
Have you been enjoying this Curry shoe show, for the lack of a better word, where he's like showing up to the arena in obviously all these different kicks and even like warming up in them, playing in them? Like he's had, I know he had T-Max on.
Yeah, he had
maybe
him on
last
last night.
Yeah. Booker's obviously. I mean, he's done a lot. You like this?
I really do love it. I love it so much that I was way too excited about it. I pitched it to my boss at The Athletic, and then I had to work on this story for like 2 weeks.
Really?
With a video, with old Jason Jones at The Athletic. Shout out.
I mean, that's a smart
Jason
idea.
Jones. Yeah,
people love shoes,
dude. I'm way too into it. I'm loving. Like how he said the other night, he's playing against Devin Booker. He's like, I tried to beat him with his shoes on. I saw an interview with Anthony Edwards. And Anthony Edwards is like, I snuck my phone on the bench because I wore Curry's in high school. Like we were Under Armour. He's like, I had my phone, I snuck it, just like I'm seeing a celebrity. He's wearing my shoes. I had to get a picture. We're not supposed to have our phones on the bench. It's a cool story. I love how he's trying to pay homage to every single legend or people that he's looked up to or people that he's just trying to pay respect to. He wore the KGs last week.
Did you ever wear the Anthony Edwards or no?
No.
They look nice.
Yeah, I'm not an Adidas guy. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
I really only wear Nikes, man. So I need Steph Curry to come on back.
Okay. All right. There you go. That's on Esh's Christmas wish list. I like that one. Mine for actual NBA Christmas Day, my wish list, I'd like to see Jalen Brunson score 50 points in Madison Square Garden as the Knicks play their 50th Christmas Day game. Knicks are always playing on Christmas. I love that. I love that tradition.
Yeah.
He just had the 47. Let's go for 50. He could. If he does, and this is a little trivia question for you guys, can you tell me first off the last player to score 50 on Christmas Day? It wasn't that long ago. And then any other guys to score 50 in a Christmas Day game. There are 4 total that have done it.
Bernard King.
60
Yeah,
in
that's the one that stands out.
1984. That's right.
So
That was the record before Carmelo got it, right? For the Knicks there in Madison Square Garden.
In Madison Square
Yep.
Garden, yeah. So there's 3 more that have scored 50 on Christmas
Yeah,
Day.
2 oldies, but Hall of Fame classic names, and then a superstar player in today's game. I don't remember him doing this in 2023. I'll give you the year.
23, huh?
Yeah.
A superstar in today's game.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Yeah, it's not jump. Not LeBron.
I want to say Luca.
Luca.
Yeah.
Luca went for
Christmas.
50 on 23. Yeah.
Huh.
I know. Why don't I remember this
I
game?
don't remember that game.
Good call. Luca. And then the oldies, he scored 59 points in 1961. Don't overthink it.
Not Wilt?
There you go.
Oh.
And
I don't remember
this is the toughest one, but you should always say this guy's name when we talk about scoring records for sure. What else
Is
can
it
I give?
Alex English?
No, but that's good. But white guy, we know his son,
Rick Barry?
Rick Barry, scored 50 in 1966. So not a lot of guys have done it.
Not a lot of white guys, that's for sure. Oh, Luca, you mentioned two right
two
there.
white guys. What are you talking about? Half the guys that have done it have been white, man. Can Jalen Brunson do it, or can somebody do it? Somebody go off on Christmas. That'd be fun. I mean, Wemby he scored 42 last year, didn't he? Was that last year?
He's only played in one,
I think so. I swear Wemby had a monster game.
Yeah,
on
he had
Christmas
a
Day. I think it
monster
was
game. Was it
42.
42?
I think so.
Were the Spurs in that? Did they play the Knicks last year?
Yeah, I thought so. Right?
That's the Disney game.
That was the Disney game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Am I crazy, or did he not have 50 or 42?
He had a monster line. I thought it was more of a monster like,
had
this guy could have gone a 5
I'm checking.
by 10 or,
42
quad-double.
and 18, 4 assists, 4 blocks in his Christmas Day debut.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's why he
crazy.
was
Well,
great,
it's
yeah.
easy when you're playing Goofy and Donald Duck. They don't play any defense. Fucking jokes.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
LeBron. He played in 2003 in his rookie year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't play another one until 2007. There's our answer.
Oh,
He didn't play 4 or 5. This is
so
the
there you
Cavs
go.
stunt.
Because they weren't playing. They wouldn't have been playing 5 games either. So there were less games.
Yeah, there you go. So it goes
That's
from
why.
2003 to 2007, and then all the way from 2007 to now.
To today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's what else I'd like to see though. Christmas Day wish list. Let's put some lights and garland around the backboard. Why not?
That's an amazing idea,
That would
actually.
look badass. And I don't think it would affect them at all.
No, not
I
really.
mean, maybe the lights, but like it's not like they're the best shooters in the world, best players in the world. I don't think it's gonna do anything. I think that would look so cool, or at least like on the stanchion or the shot clock or something. That would be so awesome looking. I think we should have like elves running around the lower bowl, like just going everywhere. And I mean, if you like throw Christmas trees out there in the corners or by the bench or maybe even under the stanchion, hell, put them in the middle of the court, make them play around it. Go nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, you like this idea. Ash?
No, I
You're
love
on
the
board.
idea. Of
Okay, you like the garland
Christmas
and the lights?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great. Flashing lights though, or they stay still?
Well, let me ask you, what's your household? Are you a white lights, like classy if you want to call it that, or are you a colorful light guy when it comes to Christmas?
Well, you've met my wife.
Yeah.
It's very, very white light in there for sure.
Okay.
I prefer the colorful
Yeah,
lights,
that
and I don't want them
nostalgia,
flashing.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she's like, no, that's ugly. But
I read this huge article about the problem with the color lights nowadays is like the light bulbs are different than they used to be back when we were young. And like they were a different type. They gave off like a warmer glow. And now what are the most common lights? What are they? What's the word? I'm
LED
looking for?
lights?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And they just don't have the same glow and feel to it. You can still buy those old incandescent light bulbs, I guess. Is that what they were? But I'm with you, Ash. We're white lights everywhere in the household because it looks nice, but I'll miss those colors.
oh, me too.
But we do have the tree that comes like pre-lit that you can change.
Okay.
It's sort of cool.
Yeah.
So it's
You're
like
saying,
there's
you
like
press the
settings.
button or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. There's like
Yeah,
white
us too.
setting. There's colored setting. There's flashing setting and all this stuff.
Yeah. She wouldn't let me I like them flashing and blinking a little bit quicker. She's like, no, they kind of stay on, or if they do, they're like the real
Slow ones, yeah.
I'm like, come on, let's have some fun. It's Christmas.
Yeah. That's same with Nora. She doesn't like them flashing. She's like, you only put those on when you're having a party.
Oh, brother.
I was like, okay. I live every day like it's a party, so come on. All right, let's hear. We should get a poll going on that. The white lights or the colored lights. What about you? What's your household? Or what do you prefer, I guess?
They're both. I mean, there's both white and colored.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite, though? Just a tree. On a tree.
Oh, on a tree, I like the cheesiness of multiple colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is.
That's the
I understand
thing.
what
Trees
Courtney
have
is
gotten
saying,
too
Ash.
nice looking. I mean, I think that's what we veered too far into, like, it has to look nice.
Yeah.
What happened to it looking like
That's what
actually
it's about.
crap?
That's what it's about.
It's part of the fun.
I think people just want a glam tree.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. All right. Well, boy of the night is sponsored by a man named Lamar Scrotum. So, Whoa Boy of the night is Scro Boy of the night.
That's his actual name.
Yeah, it's his government name, Lamar Scrotum. And it is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets your Scro Boy of the night. Scored 31 points in a win versus Memphis last night. 31 points. That's Shea's thing. Made 11 of 20 shots, grabbed 10 boards, had 8 assists, 4 steals. And if you like this type of stuff, it was SGA's 100th consecutive game with at least 20 points, adding to the second longest streak in NBA history. The man is consistent. Does everything in his life consistent, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. His quote, paraphrasing his quote once upon a time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, will he beat Wilt's streak of whatever it was? What is it, like 140, 120? I don't remember. It's a lot more, but he could. I don't see why he wouldn't.
He's going to. Tonight.
You think he'll score over
Christmas, 20? Then Christmas, he's going to do it again.
Maybe he'll go for 50 on Christmas. That'd be fun. All right, so congrats to Lamar Scrotum on sponsoring Will Boy the night.
Congratulations, Scro Boy. Yeah, we've got more coming. They're lined up.
Damn.
Yeah. For the next few shows, people want their Whoa Boy.
Okay, so what about Friday? I mean, I'm jumping on a podcast in the yard on Friday.
You want one.
Yeah, I'll do one.
Okay.
So who's okay? Don't tell me. You let me know in a Slack.
It's a double ender.
Excuse me.
It's 2 people.
You can't go from Lamar Scrotum and then say double ender.
Yeah, you can say a lot of things these days.
Okay, well, this is great to hear, man. I'm gonna be able to afford a second Christmas tree. Yeah, a white Christmas tree and a colored Christmas tree. This would be great, man. Love those old lights. I'm getting the old lights. Okay, pick 'em tonight. Tuesday's game. Where are we going, Tass? There are a million games on tonight.
Gotta go OKC versus the Spurs. You threw this line in there. 6.5. OKC favored by 6.5, so they get win by 7 or more.
It was last night. I don't know if it's changed.
I was looking at the exact same time as you. I saw it at 7.
Oh, yeah, that's what I saw. So I just decided one way or the other to add the half. Yeah.
Did you go lower because you had OKC and you want to win by 7?
I think I did it first, and then I was like, and then I went OKC. Okay. No, I let Trey decide first. Who he wanted to take.
I thought maybe we were logging in from different states. You know how you can. We're in different states. Maybe the lines are in different states. Probably not. But I thought
no, it was 7
difference.
when I saw it too.
So they obviously want some revenge for their second loss of the NBA season, but really it felt like their first loss because the first loss was against the Portland Trailblazers in a back-to-back situation. So here they go, and that's why you and I think our OKC will make up for that one. But Trey's comfortable taking the Spurs. You get the points, obviously.
It's not a bad pick. OKC played last night too.
But we don't have a Wemby.
Well,
we
you're
might.
saying that, yeah.
It's questionable again.
Oh man,
Mitch
it's not
Johnson.
like he's playing 40 minutes. Like they are keeping him still around that 20-minute mark.
Yeah. But now with all this talk about teams have to come out and put it out there, whether or not. No, it's not a rule. It's absolutely not a rule. But here we are. Okay. Mitch Johnson saying they're living under this idea that he is, quote, he's got this unique anatomy and situation.
Yeah, he's 7'5". It's pretty unique. You don't see it around a lot, Mitch. Jesus.
Well, that's why they're playing it extremely slowly.
Hey, speaking of shoes, to go back to shoes, I did see Wemby on Friday night. We talked about it on Monday's pod. Nora came with me. She did not like Wemby's shoes. He was wearing green shoes on Friday night here in Atlanta.
Oh, I didn't notice.
And they do look like obviously the guy's got giant feet. He's 7'5", but like maybe because he's so skinny, they look like cinder blocks on his feet. Mm-hmm. The shoes look huge, but like not just long. They just look clunky. She's like, what? Like, how does he move in those? I don't know if you saw them, Ash.
I think, Wemby's shoes always look weird. You ever see him though, like He's running around the court. It looks like his entire ankle touches the ground. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever see these? Like when he moves, it doesn't look like his shoes are tied tight.
Yeah, that's what Nora was saying.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like she's just like he's wearing his
over.
slippers or something. Yeah, that's exactly what she was saying.
Yeah, that's how I think he's gonna get hurt, man. He's gonna freaking his entire leg is gonna roll over.
Dude, he's flexible,
No, but
man.
that's why
his
exactly.
ankle is super
yeah,
flexible.
he's like Dalzim from Street Fighter, man. It's just bendy. I think that's his superpower. But yeah, it looks wild. Those green ones, I didn't like how the green ones looked. Yeah, so I guess he's a Nike guy, obviously, right? The alien doesn't have his own shoe though, does he?
Not yet. He's still in PEs, but he's getting his shoes soon, apparently.
Oh, he is.
They started having like prototypes like last year. You don't remember they had this like spaceship looking shoe. It was really weird looking, but they were like, "Hey, this might be what his first shoe looks like."
I thought that was just. I didn't think it was real in the sense that they were going to make them.
Yeah, I think
tough for a
just
big guy to
prototype.
sell shoes too.
Maybe not in today's game, right? Like,
Why?
Why? Just because like everybody's wearing low tops anyways or mid tops. And I mean,
that's a
one of
good
the
point.
biggest selling shoes over the past year or so has been from a WNBA player. So like, you know, and Asia Wilson too. Like she's starting to sell her own shoes as well. So maybe when Wemby comes out, everybody loves Wemby. I think with Nike backing him, that's just another wrinkle in it.
I see what you're saying. It's not like back in the day, like even Shaq's shoes, like those things were huge,
Right.
Like because like they're built for him, they're built for a big man, but people don't want to play in those. Like obviously kids don't really. I don't know how they did. I'm sure he sold a ton of shoes, but not like actually as much as you would think. But Giannis did sell a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
I played in Giannis for a long time.
You see Greek freaks all the time at the gym. And then like, what is Wemby wearing now? Like the GT Jump or GT, something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that GT line, if they just streamline that straight into Wemby shoe, he's going to have a really cool logo with the alien.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be one of the top selling shoes for sure.
Okay.
Jokic's shoe didn't sell well at all. I mean, I don't know the numbers.
He's also
but
like
he doesn't
his
care.
brand is like 361.
Yeah, 361.
It's all about endorsing it. He doesn't care.
Well, it is generally tough for a big guy to market shoes, to sell shoes, I think.
Well, Giannis has
I
sold,
do buy that.
Giannis
But
has sold
Giannis-
a bajillion,
Yeah,
I
they
think.
figured that one out. All right, that's tonight's game. Oh, do you want to show the old League Pass
Oh, yeah,
promo we got? I
absolutely.
always forgot about
We've
this.
got a great deal on a League Pass subscription. It's only $79.99. And we're just pushing it, not because we're looking to make money. We're looking to get you a good experience out there because League Pass has improved.
Yeah.
Don't take it from us. Take it from a guy who's watched basketball even longer than us and had to deal with League Pass. Our man Kelly Dwyer at kdonhoops.com. This is how he described League Pass. He's got nothing to do with this deal, but he said League Pass works wonderfully. The resume feature finally installed. I love that.
Yep.
You go, come back, and you just click resume, jump right back in. Fewer dropouts, the continuing coverage of Little League halftime basketball events, and the gleaming introduction of every hype team in the NBA. It's great. So there's a QR code if you're watching on our YouTube page, and we'll throw out the link on YouTube and X.
Kelly's not wrong.
It's
And you're
improved.
not wrong about Kelly. That guy's watched more League Pass than probably anybody, dare I say, in the world. He'd be on the short list.
Probably. It's gotten better this year. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
But that guy was watching League Pass before people even knew what League Pass was, I remember. Kelly. Mm-hmm. Been around for a long time. All right, that's today's show. Last one, like I said, here in the Classic Factory. So everyone have a safe and happy holidays. Esh, appreciate you joining us these last 2 days. I know we're going to see you again next week because JD's gone for obviously a little bit longer. So we'll see you on Monday and Tuesday. Actually, you might be in the yard with me on Friday, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I might show up in there. I might pop in.
All right, bring your takes, man.
All right.
I know you'll be watching the Dunk the Halls production.
Yeah.
Your kids like it, right?
Yeah. We'll watch it again. Hopefully we get some more hilarious moments like last year, but we'll definitely be watching at least the first half.
Okay. All right. So Ash and myself on Friday, and everybody again, happy holidays, and we'll either see you on Friday or we'll see you here from the Classic Factory on Monday. Until then, Clipper Bros!
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, Jesse Mermis of the Phoenix Suns coaching staff, the assistant coach, he's the coolest coach in the league. Book it.
Embrace the day, people. Embrace the holidays.
Just gotta make it short, but.